Hey guys, what's up? It's SuperGirlKels. Welcome to SuperGirlKels' 6th vlog where I answer your questions and show you something a bit about my life. This is the 3,000 sub special, which was supposed to be last month, but was a week late. So instead, I'm doing this right now. This is a 3-part vlog, which means it's gonna be pretty long. Don't panic. In the description below, there's going to be the times when the 3 parts start. The first part will be me answering your questions, which will be a little rushed today, I'm sorry. The second part will be the history of SuperGirlKels for the 3,000 sub special. And as well as part of the 3,000 sub special, another announcement will be made right after that part. So all those times will be in the description. Just click away if you don't want to wait that long. We are in my room today just because I am still sick. Getting a little better, almost 100% now. But I don't want to be in the basement, which is where my studio is, because it is cold there. I love my PJs. I hope it's okay. We're hanging here today where it's nice and warm and the sun is in my face. Without further ado, let's get started on your questions. Again, this might be a little rushed, but we gotta have enough time for everything else. Our famous questionnaire Blade Master is asking this week, how's your Pokedex coming along in the game Pokemon? I'm getting close to 400 obtained Pokemon. I really want to take this chance and complete it. Wish me luck. Good luck to you. I'm actually about 440 about, so I'm like near the same place as you. Probably have a lot more by now, but I have about that much. Linked Chaos is asking this month, what's your favorite movie of all time and genre of movies? That's an interesting question because I do want to be a filmmaker. My favorite genre of all time, I don't know why, it's gotta be action. I love action movies. Just put me in front of an action movie, I will sit there and watch it no matter how crappy it is. Now my favorite movie of all time actually has nothing to do with action. It's called The Last Song. Go check it out. I'll leave a picture right here. It's actually very emotional, very sad, so beware, bring Kleenex boxes with you. The reason why I love this movie so much is because I feel like it relates a lot to my life. So if you want to know more about my life, check out that movie, do it. I encourage. Do you think that Sonic Boom is going to be one of the greats? Like, would it be an unofficial Sonic Adventure 3 or Sonic Heroes 2 type thing? Yes, I do think it's going to be amazing. They even said that it's going to be something like the Adventure series, so I'm so hyped to get Sonic Boom. I've actually been even more hyped for this game more than Sonic Lost World, which kind of disappointed my hype. But I like the game. Go check out my reaction of Sonic Boom if you have not. It's kind of wild, beware. Brawlmaster X is asking me, hey Kels, have you ever played a Street Fighter game? If so, what is your favorite character and ultimate combo? I wouldn't know what the ultimate combo is called or title exactly, but it was the one on the 3DS. I tried my brother's. It was just like a little plan. In fact, I didn't even know you can do combos. I just kept hitting and won. But I do like probably every damn badass female character in there. I don't know, I like playing them. Your Ball Blue is asking me, where do I plan to take my YouTube channel in the future? I got a lot planned, so much. In fact, you will actually see some sneak peek in the history of SuperGirlKels, which is like in 10 minutes or so. So go check that out, it's near the end of the video. And as well as to answer your questions, I'm planning to do so much more, including movies, scripts, acting, unboxings. I'm planning to do more music. I got a lot of stuff planned all the way up until May 2015, so you got a lot coming. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope you like the future. Toon Cake is asking me, are you ever gonna show how you make intros or how you make your videos or edit? Yes, I will. I will be planning to do that. I think I'm actually gonna do that for the next vlog, just because people have been asking me, if not the one after, around there. So stay tuned. Timmy is asking me, do you prefer music from video games, as in soundtracks, or actual songs with lyrics? I personally prefer soundtracks. You know, some game soundtracks are so addicting that I like it better than music sometimes. But in general, when I'm to go or at home, whenever I listen to music, you know, on the radio, or I probably very known music, pop, and all that stuff that everyone's familiar with who's not a gamer. So yeah, no, just regular music, I guess, is my preference. 1, did I ever win an Apex tournament? No! How would you feel Sakurai made your character confirm in Smash 4? Well, my character is more like a texture, which that's what she is. So if they made her like a skin for Sonic, then that would be awesome because they would get a lot more lady fans and other SGK fans. Oh my god, they should do that. No, they will never do that. Lizzie's asking me, out of all the Zelda games, which one is your most favorite? I really liked Spirit Tracks a lot. Well, I haven't played a lot of Zelda games, as everyone knows. Like, I just gotten into it. But I remember when I was a kid, I had Spirit Tracks. I don't know why, I just loved the way that was done. I love the sound effects, I think, especially. I just really enjoyed that. And then Link Between Worlds is also probably my favorite so far. So, portable Zelda so far. And my favorite candy is actually Reese's Pieces. I love chocolate. Yanaman is asking, have you ever thought of going to California? That's where I live. Well, yes, I do plan on going to California one day. I've always wanted to visit there. And I know that it's always sunny and gorgeous, so I have to go there. And I would love to meet. What do you do to have a live free stream in Twitch? What is the most recommended desktop, PC, or Mac to start off with live streams? Or is there a specific PC or Mac for good streaming? Well, obviously you want a good video card in your computer, which obviously you would get a lot better in a PC, but what's most matters is having a good internet connection. So I would get a wired connection, so either for Mac or PC. As long as you're wired, you know it streams instantly, so that really boosts up your connection. So having a good router and internet is your main concern, but a video card would also help process, you know, handle everything so that your computer just doesn't explode or crash. If you had a Pokemon in real life, what would it be? Pikachu! Pikachu! It's always Pikachu! I talk about a Pikachu. Matthew's asking, what would be your biggest tip for a person to start LPs like me? So let's plays. My biggest tip would be, you know, be dedicated. Do what you want to do first before pleasing everybody. Make it unique. Do something that no one does. Either face cam. Do something that everyone's gonna remember you by. Be dedicated. Don't go buy like $400 equipment if you're just gonna do like one video, whatever. You know, just buy a basic camera or something like that, or capture card to rent, because you want to make sure you really want to do this. And of course, have fun. Make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then don't do this, because YouTube's about having fun, not about the money, so do that. Scissor Star is asking, what is some advice you could give to other YouTubers on how to keep a strict schedule for videos? One thing I love about you is that you're always on time with great videos, and you stay true to your Monday-Thursday schedule. So how could people like me get into the routine of being on time? Yeah, okay, I have a calendar, and people have asked this, and first off, that's so sweet, so thank you so much for that. You guys kind of encourage me to stay on track, so that's one. I really want to get videos out and see you guys' reactions and all that stuff. But really, if I have a calendar on my phone or my computer, whatever, I'm constantly being reminded to do something, and that gets annoying. So because of that, I have to get it done. Like, I have this problem, I don't know what it's called, but when I see something on a to-do list, I need to get it done or it's going to be in my head all day and it bothers me and I really get stressed. So I get that done as soon as possible, and usually what I do first is video editing because I like doing that so much. So when you have something you love to do, you just get it done no matter what. So make sure you're loving what you're doing, would be my tip, and remind yourself, put a calendar, remind me like the day before it's done, or 2 days or whatever like that, depends how much you procrastinate. Start off with that, see how it works out for you. Let me know if it works, because it really helps me, and like I love giving you guys videos on Mondays and Thursdays. It's what I look forward to the best. Where would you like to go to have a vacation? A vacation would be New York City, just because it's my favorite city in the entire world. I have a puzzle right there in the back of my head. Final question is coming on Twitter from Compy. CompyTG is asking, what's your favorite Sonic game on PS2, PS3, or Xbox 360? Sonic Generations takes that goal. Best damn next-gen game from the last generation that they've done on PS2, PS3, or Xbox 360. PS2 would have to be Sonic Unleashed, obviously. There's not really any good games for PS2 that is related to Sonic, unless you're counting Sonic Heroes. I think Sonic Heroes was on PS2. If Sonic, yeah, it was. So Sonic Heroes for PS2, but Xbox 360 would have to be Sonic Generations as well as PS3. So that would be. So that wraps up this vlog of your questions. Thank you guys so much for asking your questions. Again, sorry this was so rushed. It's just I know that Monday's video was so long, so I didn't want to put out another really long video so you guys like, oh my god, what are you doing? Long. But like I said, I have a lot announced, and like I'm really excited for all this. That's why I put the description links in the description. So hopefully that helped. But I hope you guys still enjoyed this vlog. Next time I will be sure to answer every single one of you. If I have not answered you, it's either because I didn't have enough time or I just did not see your questions. If you want to ask a question, ask in the comments below or on my website. The link will be in the description as well. But for now, I'll talk to you guys later. Go enjoy the history of SuperGirlKels, the 3,000 sub special, and as well as a special announcement at the end of the video. So thank you guys again. I love you so much for 3,000 subs in a year. That is just absolutely insane, and I couldn't have done it without you guys and the support and the sharing and the encouraging and the Liberty Walk styles you have all given me. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hey there, this is SuperGirlKels, and welcome to the history of SGK. But to start off, we gotta go back 6 years ago. In 2007, I opened up a YouTube channel called KelsMed. I wanted to be kind of unique. I guess I just kind of needed a name, didn't really care much. Just wanted an account to like favorite videos. I was a big fan of watching YouTube videos. It's pretty much when YouTube got really, really big. So I created KelsMed, which is a mix of my first name, Kelsey, and my last name, which won't be shared here, but we'll leave it a mystery. The first thing I started to do is be inspired. I would search up a lot of Sonic content, which is pretty damn obvious. I would search up stuff like the Sonic the Hedgehog comics, which kind of inspired me to post comics on YouTube. It started with me just taking pictures with a phone, eventually left to scanning. I was like 11, 12, 13 years old. I don't even remember. I'm bad at math, don't judge me. But I started doing that, just uploading a couple of them, which were like big hits. Like, I never really had subscribers, but I ended up getting like 10,000 views on each single one, which was just crazy. I guess back then I was the only one putting them up, so that also really helped. It was something new, which I didn't really expect, but I won't give a damn. But yeah, that's pretty much what 2007 did until I got a damn message from Sega. So copyrights weren't such a big thing back then in 2007, but for some reason I got copyrighted for putting Archie comics on the YouTube, and I think it was because someone reported me. I don't remember, but either way I got them taken down, and now most of them are copyrighted. You know, like the ones that remain I can't monetize or do anything with them, which sucks, but it doesn't matter. You can still check them out, they are still there. But that doesn't matter, because in 2008 everything changed. I stopped the YouTube thing because, you know, I was only posting Sonic, but I still had that account just for liking videos and stuff. 2008 March 9th, March 9th, Super Smash Bros. Brawl released, which is probably the best day of my life. I got so excited. I kept the username KelsMed because I eventually got used to it, and it kind of had a ring to it, I guess. It was just kind of different, I guess, and that's what I was going for. I got the game just to play for fun. You know, I was obsessed with the Smash Bros. Series since I was like 5 years old when the first one came out on Nintendo 64. So I started keeping that name. I didn't give a damn. I just needed something that people can call me, I guess, when I played online. I got online, met a couple of friends, you know, we all got along. Particularly, I met S2H with Absolute Zero Noah first. They were my first Brawl friends ever. Eventually led into other awesome people that I know, like Blazer Kirby and all that. We started hosting our own clans. That's when I actually made my first website. We had like different clans probably every 6 months. It was just ridiculous. I loved going up against other clans and kind of just competing together, see who was the better clan. It was just an awesome blast. We used a lot of exam chats, like it's still used today actually. In 2009, All Is Brawl came to my mind, I guess I could say. I joined All Is Brawl sometime in July when I met this guy, and his name was Dan, and we played online, and he was kind of wanting to be a manager for his future. Like, he actually wanted to become someone huge. And I met this guy, and when we brawled, he said I had this, like, big-ass career in front of me, and I just did not believe him, and I was like, yeah, you're so good. But he thought I was so good online and had such big potential that I should be more known out there, not because I was just a girl, but because of what I could do with Sonic and Kirby, and about 10 other characters back then. It was pretty much insane. So he and I started talking. We started coming up with this idea, which didn't come out until a year later, but we kind of started making me a texture. And this texture was first blue. And it was pretty much just Sonic with a couple of eyelashes. That's how it started. Here's a picture. It's kind of something you don't expect, you know? I mean, it's so like, oh my god, look at this. It's just Sonic with a stupid t-shirt. It was nothing special. So that kind of crashed down, but it did get people talking on All's Brawl. I had a lot of hate, but hey, it got me known. Like, on All's Brawl for a little while. I had my first online tournament on All's Brawl, actually, and that's where I kind of got a little more known. I joined this tournament where it was just Sonics battling, and whoever was the best Sonic to win, I guess, was the top Sonic back then. We were all young and we didn't exactly know what top Sonic was. But I joined this tournament and came out second place. So that was pretty awesome, and like I got people talking and stuff like that, and I started getting a lot of friend requests. It was pretty cool, but nothing is as cool as 2010, probably the biggest revolution in SuperGirlKels history. This is where everything was born. Me and Dan finally finished planning everything. We created the official texture with a brand new username to get everybody's attention. It's called SuperGirlKels. It was called, well, originally it's called the SuperGirlKels Project. Supergirl came from a lot of people who started calling me Supergirl when I would join online tournaments. You know, they'd be like, look at this, she's Supergirl, or something like that. So I started being called that, but because the name Supergirl was so obvious, and you know, we probably thought there was a billion other girls called that, we added the Kels, and it created an awesome ring that I just fell in love with. SuperGirlKels. Capital SGK, and it became kind of like a logo. It was awesome. I was absolutely in love with it. I was so hyped, especially with this texture being announced. I didn't show it off until I kind of caught everyone off guard. I didn't know exactly what was going on my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I logged in, since the last time I uploaded something, but I had about 300 subs, just like for fun, but they're all inactive. But what I didn't know is that things were about to change. Me and Dan produced a music video. We took about 4 months into this just because we wanted to be as crazy as possible to kind of get out there and reach out to everyone to talk. This was called, and is known as today, Can't Be Tamed. Hell yeah! Can't Be Tamed released in August, or June, or July, around then, 2010, and it became an instant hit. The texture released on Brawl Vault, it released on All Is Brawl for download. It pretty much everywhere related Smash, you can download it. I got thousands of downloads, which was just ridiculous. Of course, it was all for free, and everyone was using it. I was spamming advertisements of SuperGirlKels' model everywhere. On All's Brawl's page, there was pictures of her, Facebook, everything. Like, everything that I had DeviantArt back then, I would just spam her until she was noticed. Eventually, that is exactly what happened. I started meeting other great Sonics online, of course. I was very young, so I couldn't exactly go places offline yet. I was just 15, but 15 was that year to start getting known. So that's what happened. I started meeting a bunch of people to help me out. It was just an amazing ride, and though something personal happened to me, where in the summer of 2010, I started getting very sick. So things were starting to slow down, but I still kept going. I kept joining online tournaments. I did the best that I could. I took my time. I was gonna even do a lot more things that summer besides Can't Be Tamed, but turns out I didn't even need to. It was going up just so quickly that I didn't even have to do any effort after advertising so much. After being kind of a little better, I guess I could say, I came back from a hospital in November. Dan and I came up with the idea that, hey, I have a brother. Why don't we let people know both of us? And I think that was pretty cool because my little brother, Crazy Old Jay, back then, was just 6. He was 6 years old, but he played like a master back then. And back then he was known as the Golden Kid. And now he's Crazy Old Jay, of course, which is a lot better name, I find. But we created Big Bang. Now, the Big Bang was inspired just because I used a Miley Cyrus song for Can't Be Tamed, so it only made sense to keep up that path because people expected it. For now, we want to give what people expected just because they wanted more of it. So Big Bang was born featuring Golden Kid, or Crazy Old Jay, people would now call him. And it was a huge success. Wasn't as big as Can't Be Tamed. Can't Be Tamed was probably like the hardest to beat. And Big Bang did pretty well, but it didn't exactly become that music video I was most proud of. I had a lot of fun doing it, but there was just a lot of problems going on back then that it was actually almost cancelled. Luckily, it wasn't. People enjoyed it. People gave me a lot of advice. It was awesome. I didn't complain. It was the first time there was kind of like a story to it, where I was kind of like a ghost and Jay had to kind of follow me. It was a weird, confused story, and because of that, people talked about it, and that was what I wanted. 2011 was all about growing. It was all about SGK growing up. The first biggest change in 2011 was March. I announced a brand new model. I changed her up a bit, kept the same skin, which was pink. I gave her brand new shirts. I made her kind of a little bit more me. I went to the more dark kind of way. I gave her black leather shirts with kind of her logo on the top of it. I gave her blue jeans with the sexy ass belt and some black shoes, which was awesome. I loved this texture so much. I think sometimes I still want to use it. I was even thinking of recreating it just to use it, but this wasn't the official texture. This is just kind of a temporary one, as I was still designing the final product. So I started with this texture, and I did Hold It Against Me, which is now banned on YouTube, but it became just as popular as Can't Be Tamed. Everyone absolutely loved it. It was on task. The editing, it's mostly known for its editing. The editing was just like on the off top. There was two SuperGirlKels facing each other the entire time, so it was really cool the way I guess I did it. I kind of did it exactly the same way as the original Hold It Against Me video, which is found on YouTube. So people saw the inspiration and they really liked that. This inspired me to get more invites to go to online tourneys, and including offline, which inspired me to go to Apex the following year. But we're not just there yet. After Hold It Against Me, I took a break until July. July 2011, I got back online, got really back into it, and this is where I met G! XXGXX is probably one of the best Sonics online that I know up to today, and we really get along and stuff like that, so we decided to create a duo music video to get us both out there, you know, get people afraid of Sonics. We created E.T., which was a really popular Katy Perry song back then, so we did that, and it was a pretty good hit. Everyone liked the story. I wasn't too proud of my editing back then, just because the program I had, I was very limited to my technology and what I wanted to do, so things didn't turn out as what I wanted, but people did enjoy it, and that's what counted. You know, I got both G fans and also SuperGirlKels fans to watch it, and other All Is Well members to see it, so that was just really exciting. Then we got Party Rock Anthem just about a couple of months later, which was in November. Now, in November, I started this idea. I had my friend Tyson Season and a couple of other friends that came up to me that said, yo, Kels, you should totally do like an album. And I said, yo, that's actually a badass idea. So I started taking all the tracks that SuperGirlKels is known for, so Can't Be Tamed, of course, and I started putting them all together. It was more like a playlist to get to know the texture herself, like her personality, what kind of person she would be. And when Party Rock Anthem released, it was featuring Rez and Accelerate, and we did like this big duo combo video type thing for Dub Sonic and all that stuff. And it was probably the most exciting one that I've done in that year. I was so hyped for it. I really loved how it turned out, especially with the technology that I had. I loved it, absolutely loved it. And at the end, I put a little trailer saying that Danger Zone, which was the name of the album, is going to be coming out in 2012. So I started getting a bunch of songs together, awesome mixes that kind of resembled SuperGirlKels' personality. So I did that. That was like so hyped. I love doing like Danger Zone, but I do have to admit something. Danger Zone was inspired by you guys. It was a time where I was not well. I didn't know who I was. I was very kind of rebellious. I was going through a lot. I was sick. I didn't know what I wanted. So that's why I was so focused on the texture. I didn't want anything to do with me. I wanted to be focused on her. So I wouldn't say that I wasn't as proud as Danger Zone as I wanted to be. Not that I wasn't proud as the success, reaching over 5,000 downloads. So that was awesome. But I still wish I could have put a little more meat into it, and the editing itself could have been a lot better. But Danger Zone was inspired by that. Danger Zone, the name itself, was just inspired by me, what I was going through and stuff like that. It's kind of rebellious, you know, you're entering my danger zone, my traps. When you play me, you're gonna feel like you're trapped type thing. That was what the name was inspired by, and it really got everyone's attention online. Danger Zone actually became so big that I actually saw people at Apex the following year listening to my soundtrack. People were listening to it at Apex, people were listening to it on the road, people were just listening to it on their iPods, period, when they would play at tournaments and stuff, which actually made me feel so good. And this inspired me to keep doing this path because it worked out so well for me. Now, January 1st was when I advertised Danger Zone big time. January 1st, 2012 at midnight. I made that on purpose to be so hyped up, get everyone so excited and stuff. It got like 400 views in just like 10 minutes. It was pretty cool. This was Judas. Judas was the biggest video I've ever worked on, just because I wanted it to really get out there. This is like me saying I'm getting back into Smash, you know, this is me growing, this is me changing, this is the new me. I was starting to find myself. I wanted to change who I was and stuff. So I released not only Judas, I released a story with it, some Sonic mixes with it, and I released the official and final texture of SuperGirlKels as well as her dark side. So that was pretty cool. It was an awesome blast, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do, because it was celebrating 5 years of this SuperGirlKels project. So Judas led into 2012, of course. And of course, for the first months, we were just constantly talking about Judas. There was different models released, there was different ads released. I was seeing them just about everywhere, so Judas was a huge part of SuperGirlKels. It was probably the most talked about single of all time, just because I put it so much out there, more than can't be tamed. So Apex 2012 was the first offline tournament that I've ever gone to. Of course, I didn't do well there at all, because I was so used to online and I was so young. I let the pressure get to me, and it was just so badly organized that year that I was supposed to brawl at 4 p.m. but only brawled at 1 a.m. and I was just exhausted. I just didn't want to even play anymore from how long I was waiting. So it was ridiculous, but I still had a blast, met a lot of people. I went with Red Rose Liz, met people, advertised my album. It was just an awesome experience, and I want to continue going into offline smashing. But when I got back from Apex, I actually got bad news that I was getting sicker, I guess I could say. I started staying home from school like a lot. What was going on with me is that I would randomly pass out at school. I was having a lot of problems with my health. I wasn't doing too well, you know, I was constantly in doctors and hospitals trying to figure out why. I had really bad stress issues, and I just couldn't control them, and I was losing too much weight, so I just wasn't able to continue. So for 5 months, I was just off the charts. I just didn't do anything. I wasn't online, I didn't brawl, I didn't do anything. I was just all by myself, trying to get better, and in that summer, I did. I was starting to get better around April, and this kind of said, you know what, maybe I should do something to make me feel better. And this is when Me Against the Music was released in May, and that completely put me back. I did it with my best friend, sister, everything, the person who means everything to me, Kiki Lee. We did this together. We did this together to put me back on those charts and get her involved as well, just because, you know, everyone did know about her but didn't know who she was. She's kind of that mysterious girl that everyone wants to know, so we kept her as that character in this music video, being very mysterious. We don't know if she's the enemy, we don't know if she's the bad guy, good guy. All we know is that I'm against her in that video, and we're going head to head, and it's looking sexy. So go check that out. You can't find it on YouTube anymore, but you can check it out on my website when you can. It was the last single of Danger Zone. And at the end of Me Against the Music, there was a trailer. Now this was known as today the Liberty Walk project. Now in the May of 2012, I released a trailer for Liberty Walk. There was a first clip done. While I was sick away, I started doing this song. I started writing down things that were happening to me, things that I was not doing so well in, you know, me being hospitals and stuff like that. Things that happened in my life after Danger Zone and before that I really want to get out there. I wanted you guys to know me personally, things that I felt personally, not just the character anymore. I wanted you guys to know me. So I started writing all these things that happened, and which inspired the Liberty Walk project. So I said it was going to be coming out in 2013. So this whole project took 1 year. So after Me Against the Music, it was just being advertised, get me on those charts, you know, stay on for a little while, which worked. I did Liberty Walk alone. I had no Dan, no nothing. I did this all by myself because I wanted this to be me. So the album included 13 tracks, and it was probably my most pleased album ever, and probably will always be. I have no idea. I loved everything I did with it. I basically took not only my favorite songs and just put it in an album. I put my favorite mixes in the world together with songs that would create a new sound for every single one to enjoy, and it worked. Liberty Walk became that reason that kept me strong, and I wanted it to be the reason that kept everybody strong. I wanted to inspire people. I didn't want to show people, you know, I want to be known on Brawl. This wasn't about that anymore. I wanted to be known as me. I wanted to be loved for me. I wanted people to know me. So this is what inspired Liberty Walk. Sadly though, because I was sick, fun fact, I was actually going to start my own comic book series. After Me Against the Music, I was supposed to have the first issue of SuperGirlKels release, and this was going to talk about the character. It was going to be her own little story, but because I was so sick, it was canceled. If you guys are interested, out of curiosity, to see kind of like my own comic, let me know. Just curious, you know, I just want to see if people are actually curious about this stuff. By the end of 2012, I was known completely online. Online was kind of my home, I guess, that people knew me by. And that's just because I was online player. I was just online for so long that people just eventually kept talking and talking in my music videos and stuff like that. But I didn't even want that anymore. I wanted to start growing. I was 17, turning 17. Yeah, I was 17 years old, and I wanted to kind of grow a bit. I wanted to grow not just in Brawl, but my career in general. I was starting to learn a lot about me, and I wanted to start a career. I started falling in love with filmmaking, with everything that I've been doing. I've been in love with that, editing, stuff like that. So I said, and music. Music, of course, is a huge part of my life. So this is it. This is what I wanted. I knew exactly what I wanted. I was finally better, no longer sick, and this was my time to show what I can do to the world. So by the end of 2012, I got ranked in top 32 of the Winter Ladder. This was an amazing opportunity for me, you know, to play online, but I didn't even show up. I didn't even want to play online anymore. I stopped caring. It was just ridiculous. 2013 was just going to be a brand new thing for me. It was me growing, me doing my own thing. So I stopped playing online. I quit. I wanted to get to the offline scene and start my own thing. I had my cousin in summer of 2012 come up to me, and she said, we should start a YouTube channel. And I said, you know what? It would be great practice for this whole filmmaking thing I want to do. I said, why not? January 1st, 2013 was the first release video for Game Girls, which was our YouTube channel. It was inspired by Game Boy and the system. It was inspired by Game Boy, the system, but instead Game Girls with an S. We started doing we started doing playthroughs, which was only Sonic 06. We started off with that since everyone else was doing it, and we said, why not? You know, it's a game that we suffer, and you should bring a friend along. So we did that together. Sadly, though, this YouTube channel only lasted about 6 months. During those 6 months, a lot has happened. We grew closer, but I wanted to start doing what I want. I was so focused on what I wanted that I needed to kind of just be alone, do my own thing. In March 2013, that's when I started my own YouTube channel. I was still doing Game Girls and SuperGirlKels. Well, Kelsmet is the YouTube name, which is when Kelsmet Productions was still being done, and still is. But because of so much I was doing, including still an album, Liberty Walk, was still in production, I was just not able to handle it. Game Girls was becoming more like a business rather than for fun, so I dropped Game Girls. I quit in June 2013, and I focused on what I needed to most, which was my channel and my career, what I wanted to do. So with that, in about May 2013, I started a lot of YouTube content, not only playthroughs. I started uploading more than once a week, which is now Mondays and Thursdays, which was Mondays going to be a playthrough day for those old fans, and Thursdays would be something random that everyone would want, which worked out perfectly. Liberty Walk released June 2nd, 2013, finally done production, and I was so nervous to upload this. The night before was the kind of party for the opening I did at my other cousin's house. She had her birthday there, and we were also celebrating with the album. It was a huge success with about, like, I had first 500 downloads in just like 24 hours, and then it started going up, and now we're up over 10,000 downloads, which is just unbelievable. I don't even know how many. I should probably check. But it was exactly what I wanted. I wanted people to get this, and that's when I started getting a bunch of subs. Kobanermani456 and was introduced to me by a user called Sonic's channel, and I met that guy a couple of months before Game Girls ended. He helped me out really to spread out, and it worked. We all did a video for Super Smash Bros. Brawl together, and within those 3 months of me doing my YouTube channel, I reached 1,000 subscribers. Already a milestone. Like, it was like awesome, and I just couldn't even believe it. Like, I didn't even care if it was 5 subs. Like, I was already blown away by just having 10 subscribers, so it was just like, fucking 1,000? Yeah, bitch. It was just awesome. Liberty Walk continued to grow, which gave me even more subscribers, more and more and more. I started a new series, random gameplays, featuring, you know, Sonic EXE, which also branched out my channel even more. Over time, I started vlogging, more Super Smash Bros. Brawl content, which of course all my Brawl guys wanted to see. I started going to Smash Fest. I started going to offline tournaments all the time. I was really getting myself together. I knew what I wanted. In college, my grades were up. Everything was going so good, and Liberty Walk was just a huge success. Everyone kept asking for more and more, which inspired the first single, Liberty Walk, to release September. Now, usually people release their singles before the album comes out, but I didn't want to do that just because I wanted it to be a big surprise. And it worked. Liberty Walk got 1,000 views in, I think, a day. Awesome. It helped with Kobe and everyone liking the video, so that was a huge help. It became that inspiration for my channel. Everyone started really looking up to it. People were relating to it. I see the comments, you guys can go see it. People were sharing their own stories about themselves. They were really open about what's been going on. Everyone connected in a way that I haven't seen people connect in such a long time. It became a symbol, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create something that people can just relate to and feel free, and that's what Liberty Walk did. The second single, which ended off 2013, was Scream and Shout, featuring Static Manny. Manny was a brand new smasher that started just about a year before that, and he became so well known in the online community, and I said, you know what, we're helping each other out, we're doing this, we're showing what Sonic can do. He's like my best friend online and offline, so we had to do this. So we got together, created Scream and Shout with absolutely different content that no one has ever seen on my channel. We had green screens, we had these edits were just off the roofs, and it became instantly probably everyone's favorite music video up to today, right after Liberty Walk, and if not, then it's their favorite music video. So that is how 2013 has ended, and now we are in 2014. I started off the year with Apex 2014, meeting Manny and every single person, and it was just awesome because this time people knew me and wanted to know me. For me, I saw people listening to Liberty Walk, the album. I saw people everywhere just getting along, you know. I met friends, they felt like a home to me. It was just the best time I ever had there. And of course, this inspired the third single from Liberty Walk, Part of Me, which became instantly the most successful Liberty Walk and music video for SuperGirlKels of all time, reaching 5,000 in just a couple of months, and still growing today. It was a tribute for Apex 2014 that everyone has fallen in love with, and this is the music video that overcame Liberty Walk's single and view count and Can't Be Tamed together. Part of Me is now probably every single person's favorite single just because I made it so different, and that's what I wanted to do with every single from Liberty Walk. I had Liberty Walk, kind of just SuperGirlKels showing us to stay strong. I had Scream and Shout with the edits that no one's ever seen before, and Part of Me was the first music video to show my face and me telling you guys, you know, an experience and showing myself, you guys connecting with me. So that is what Part of Me was inspired by. So right now where I am currently going to Smash Fest probably all the time now. I am always going to offline tournaments, probably once a month at least. I am so hyped up with Smash 4 releasing this winter, so I'm still doing offline content. I am currently doing so many online tournaments before this Wi-Fi thing shuts down on my birthday. And I just have so many plans. Like, I don't even know if you guys know this, but here's some facts. Fun facts, there was supposed to be 3 other singles on Danger Zone, but were canceled. There are still 2 singles left onto the Liberty Walk album before Liberty Walk ends. Before the Liberty Walk era ends. I have things planned all the way up until 2015 May. I still have that much planning to do. Like, I have so much planned for you guys. I've never been on track so much. I am starting so many new series with recently vlogs. With recently what you guys are watching right now, which is vlogs. I've started reviews. I've started reaction videos. I'm going to be starting unboxings. I'm going to be starting skits. I'm going to be starting little films that you guys want to do, more music, and so much more that you guys want me to do. I'm currently at 3,000 subs in a year, and it has just been a blast on this journey to becoming what I want to do and what I want to be. And this is the history of SuperGirlKels. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Visit my website, www.supergirlkels.sgk.webs.com for tournament streams, more news, music, and more that you cannot find here. Hope you guys enjoyed. The 3,000 sub special of SuperGirlKels is a YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much again for all the support. It means so much to me. You guys are the reason I'm keep going and doing all this stuff. So I can't do what I do today without you guys, all the support. So thank you guys so much for that. So leave a comment in the below of what you want to see in the SuperGirlKels history in the future. Tell me some ideas what you guys want. But until then, thank you guys. Have a great week. And don't forget to stay till the end of this video because we're not done. We got one more announcement left, which will be added to the SuperGirlKels history. So there you guys go. Have a great week. I love you. See you guys on Monday.
Wow.